Hello everyone! It is time for another edition of Try Hard Gaming with me, RollCageTV, where I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of catching up to do. Last stream of this game was actually 2 weeks ago. I streamed this on Saturdays, and the last time I streamed this was two Saturdays ago. But I remember I was in the middle of my career, and I was doing a pro career, and for some reason I noticed that I'm getting new... this game wasn't updated recently, but I'm getting these exclams that says, oh, you got a new race here, but I did all these races, so why am I still getting these exclams? I don't know, so I'm going to take a minute to clear these all up. Otherwise, I will get myself confused when I actually do have a new race. Although maybe it'll break again by the next time I load it. Okay, I'm in the middle of what am I doing? Am I doing pro? I don't even know what I'm doing now. What does it say? Oh wait, I tried to check to see what this said before, and it wouldn't tell me without it causing an error. I don't know why this is doing this, but anyway, okay. I'm doing pro. I can figure this out by just looking here. Yes, pro tuner. No, I haven't done tuner yet. I'm eligible for tuner. Okay, so that one worked. I'm not doing tuner yet. I'm doing specials. Yeah, that's it. I'm doing specials. And okay, so see, this is locked. When it's unlocked, I should get an exclamation point. I have not done this round yet. Specials finale. Okay, it's not the thing drifting, because it's clicking when it's not moving. My joystick was having problems, but I thought it was the joystick. It's just the game that's having problems. I'll restart the game on the break between YouTube episodes, but right now I'm just gonna soldier on. This is what? This is the finale. This is G7 event 1, so that's no updates. This is G7 specials finale, which means I need half the upgrades to do this. Do I have the ability to get half the upgrades? Let's see. Find the car that is mine. No, I don't. I do not have the upgrades, so I can't even do the can I do the livery yet? Yes, okay. I did get the livery. That's where I left off. I haven't gotten the livery. Haven't done the livery yet. So let's do the livery. And I have no if I don't have the livery, that means I have no mileage yet. So let's do the livery. The right livery? I think that's the right livery. It looks different, so I need to fix the colors. Customize. Okay, that's the right color there. Yeah, that's completely wrong. Secondary should be like here, I think. Oh, no, I gotta look up the other ones. Or primary should be there. Secondary should be here. Tertiary should be here, I think. Wait, did I not click it? Tertiary, secondary. Primary isn't there. Primary is here. Base. Primary. Secondary. Tertiary. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it. Apply. Oh boy, what a mess. All right. Now I go back, and that's the car I need to use, because that's the car I used last time, obviously, because this one I haven't bought yet. It's going to show my livery. Okay, good. And clean and respray. So it's one I had used, but I use it as a rental. So now I gotta go back and get half of the upgrades. So, how many miles do I need for half the upgrades? There's 3 level of upgrades, which means I need to get actually stage 2 upgrades. Half of them, which means I need 25 miles. Okay, so get upgrades to halfway through stage 2. Then I'll do stage 3. And that means I need to figure out what car this is again. It's the G7 Special. G7 Specials. This game can be so frustrating. It's not easy. I know, probably when you're used to it, it's easy. And you know what? I am used to it. And I hit the wrong button again. I just wanted to hit the, Wait. Why didn't it give me the select button? Wow, that's loud in my ears. I'll turn that down. Okay. I have the McLaren MD8. McLaren MD8 is what I have. Yes. And if I spend money on the Porsche, it's going to, it always takes me back here. Specials. Come down here. And what did this was the Porsche that I'm using now, right? It should let me select. Yes, okay. McLaren MD8. Oh, I must have hit A here. The wrong menu. Okay. McLaren MD8. Oh, this has been such a bad day so far. I had to restart the YouTube intro because I messed up some stuff. And all right. MD8. Got it. MD8. Got to come back here now. Do a race creator race to get the mileage. I need 25 miles. Oh, it's setting here. G7 Specials. Laps 2. Oh, and maybe I created it. Maybe I created it but didn't have time to run it. Oh, no, don't do that. What button am I hitting? No, the route is the oval. I started to create it. Vehicles. Wait, what? It's not hyper hybrid. Revert changes. Now it says G7 Specials Oval. Did I select the wrong one? Okay, I'm editing this one. It says edit A. I hit A. Okay, maybe because I hit the boost that changed everything. Okay, G7 Specials. Alright, G7 Specials. And the vehicles are either of them, but I'm gonna... No, I don't want either of them. I only want the McLaren MD8. Okay. And location is Indianapolis. And it's the oval, which is 2.5. And I need 25, so that's 10 laps. 2 drivers. And no advance. Okay, create event. And yes, I'm picking that one, which has the correct livery. So frustrating to play this game sometimes. It's very fun to play, but it can also be very frustrating. Alright. And you have to do this to get the upgrades you need to be competitive in the race. Is it just me, or are these motors louder than the others? When I first started the game, I had to turn down the motor sounds like all the way because you couldn't hear them. Or turn them up all the way because you couldn't hear them. Now I'm driving faster cars. I'm afraid the motors are too loud now. I can't even beat my stinky... These are fast cars. I might have to start this not on hard, but go right to medium or easy. Whoa! I mean, I'm definitely out of practice here after having not played this game for a couple weeks. Make sure I'm on the right configuration on my controller. How is everyone doing today? I hope you're doing better than I am right now. I mean, I was doing fine until I started running into configuration problems on the stream, and then I had other things. I got late, started on the stream because other things that came up last minute. I had Twitch. Twitch has changed some things around as far as exporting stuff to YouTube. They had a bug last night. I got a whole bunch of exports that I said to export, and they just sat there and didn't export. And I went to the Twitch chat. This was like over an hour. They usually export almost immediately. And I just wanted to ask the chat agent. Now, granted, it was like 9 o'clock by then. It was 7 o'clock in California, and they use California time. So I asked the chat agent, hey, do you know if there's a Twitch, if there's a bug, a current open issue for, I'm not getting exports, and I'm not getting any emails that say they failed or were successful. I've waited over an hour. Do you know if there's a known issue? Because, you know, if it's a known issue, I won't bother anyone. And she immediately said, I'm going to have to send you to email support. And I knew that wasn't true. I knew she's got a screen that she could look up that lists open issues, right? But immediately, so she sent me, you know, I said, well, when is the issue? When am I going to get this email? It's after 5 o'clock there in Silicon Valley. And the support person was not in Silicon Valley because of the time of day. She was offshore support. And so I don't know if she's not allowed to actually give you help after hours. Are the offshore support people just supposed to always open up a support ticket? Because I've gotten support before where they could just tell me on chat, oh yeah, let me look a second. Yeah, that's an open issue. We know that's a known issue. We know about it. But so she opened up a support ticket, which meant I had to go through email. I couldn't go through chat, and my email is a disaster. So I said, well, when am I going to get this addressed? Is it going to get addressed? Am I going to have to wait until Monday on this? And she didn't quite understand the question. I didn't word it really well. And she said, well, you'll get an email thing. I said, well, as soon as possible. I said, well, is as soon as possible, does as soon as possible mean yet tonight, or does it mean do I have to wait until Monday? And she didn't repeat something that I think she hit some of her macros in the wrong order or something, and it was an unintelligible sentence of stock phrases. And so I said, I didn't understand that part. I just want to know, will I be waiting till Monday to get any of this addressed? I just want to know if there's an open issue. So she said, you shouldn't have to wait until Monday. I go, okay, thanks. Then I want to have to sit there scrolling my email. If I had to wait till Monday, I don't want to have to sit there refreshing my email every half an hour or 10 minutes or whatever to see if it's an open issue, if there's some other information they need, if it's something on my end that I can report it as a new issue. And I kept scrolling through my YouTube video management, whatever I call it, video manager, I think, to see if anything actually got exported. So I stream this on Twitch, and then I highlight it on Twitch, edit on Twitch, and then export it to YouTube. That's how I get the content both on Twitch and YouTube. It's quite convenient when it works. But then there's a reason why I'm going through all this, talking to the YouTube people. It'll get there eventually. It's a Shaggy Dog story, but it'll get there eventually. Do I go off on a tangent and explain what a Shaggy Dog story is? No, look it up. So, oh, I'm on lap 9. I gotta hurry up and finish the story. So she, I did finally get an email. I did get an email pretty quickly from the email support people, just saying, yeah, it's a known issue, we're working on it. I go, okay, that's all I want to know. And I left feedback on the chat. You know, after you do the online chat, they always ask you, how did the agent do? And I said, well, I don't understand all the internal circumstances, you know, what your internal policies are. And I was pretty frustrated that she immediately sent me the email chat and didn't answer a simple question of mine. But they said it was an open issue. So, and then it turned out that, later on that day, I got one. Later on that night, I got one that I exported. And it was cool. It was private video, so I could edit it, whatever. But then I didn't get any more. I just got the one. I tried to send, well, now that one's come in, let me send a new one. And the new one didn't send. Like, I don't know what the deal was. And then, so I'm watching another YouTube video, and suddenly on my recommendation list, I see my own video come up, but it doesn't have a thumbnail or anything. It's like you don't normally see your own videos come up unless they're public. And I went and checked, and sure enough, the exports that had been waiting there were made public. They're supposed to export as private so that I can, you know, edit the descriptions and whatever else and add a thumbnail and all these other things that you can't do from the Twitch export. Put in tags and, you know, be all that stuff. Schedule them. I can't schedule them. I want to schedule them for release. Nobody wants to create YouTube videos and have them go out immediately. You have to schedule them for release at a set schedule. So I was pretty mad about that. I deleted I went back and saw if they were working right, deleted all the other ones that exported. And then I looked, and it turns out that, I don't know if this was related to the other bug they were having, but it turns out it defaults, it used to always default to export it as private. Now it defaults to export as public. And I was so mad. It's like, why would you default to public? I didn't get in the habit of even checking. Why would you default export to public? That makes no sense. People that want to export stuff to YouTube, they don't want to make it public right away. They want to, you know, put tags and thumbnails and whatever, and then schedule it for release on a particular day at a particular time. You don't understand YouTube, obviously, Mr. Twitch. Anyway, so then I went through and I re-exported everything, making sure I marked it as private, the way it should be, the way it used to default. And so everything got exported fine. But at that time it was too late, I couldn't do anything about it. So I have a backlog of, fortunately, private videos that I have to, from this past week, that I have to edit. Thumbnails and whatever, which I was supposed to do like yesterday, but now I've got more work to do today. All in a day's work. So I was frustrated as it is that I'm getting issues with my window here. Still having issues with the window. When I touch it, it should be telling me what the description is, shouldn't it? So I got my mileage in. We can go back to career now. And go back to pro, because it doesn't remember where you were. And go back to specials, because it doesn't remember where you were. And come down to the race that I was supposed to be taking, which is the finale. I haven't done that one yet. And select it. And select my car, which I think has the right livery now. I'm not going to bother to check. Oh, I got to upgrade it. Oh, I didn't hit the upgrade. Why did it select and not give me the option to do upgrade? Or did it give me the option to do upgrade? I got to exit again. Oh, I hate my life right now. More than I normally hate my life. There's sort of a base level of hate I have for my life, and it's spiking right now. Yes. Oh. Take me all the way back. Don't take me back to where I were. Sure, take me all the way back to the beginning. Okay. Now, I select this. And now, I have to say show height upgrades, which I didn't do. Now, I can buy the upgrades. Halfway through stage 2. So I have half the upgrades for the second race. Because everyone else is upgraded for the second race, but I don't get to upgrade because I'm forced to drive a rental on the first race, which means I'm forced to go through, and sometimes you're completely locked out. You can't do the last race unless you get all the upgrades, which means you don't get enough miles to do all the upgrades, so you're actually literally forced to, and don't hit back again, that's wrong. I need to hit show height upgrades again. Now I can say select. You're literally forced to play races outside of career mode to progress through career mode. And I think that's terrible design, and it drives me crazy. As I've said many times, the game is very fun to play. However, yeah. However, there's issues. Oh, and it's in the rain. What are my options? What difficulty level was I playing on? I was playing on easy. Okay. So to get through the first race, I had to play on easy. I'm not even going to start on hard then. I'm going to start on medium. I have a feeling hard is going to be way too hard. Okay. Continue. Restart race. Continue means do the next race. Okay. Okay, and what do I have to accomplish? I don't know. Is this a time trial? Time attack. Finishing the top 2. Okay. So they've probably done a time attack on hard. They're not aggressive in the time attack. And that's the main issue. They get more and more aggressive. And especially if you're in a fast car, you have less reaction time to their aggression. But if I'm just doing a time attack, I think I've always been able to do a time attack on hard. Whoa, accept that. Alright. Hitting the rewind immediately. I'm not used to this car. This is a fast car. This game is getting harder. I might have to play. I'm going to be reduced to playing the entire game on easy before I'm done. Hopefully I'll at least be able to finish what I want to finish on easy. I can't do all the races. I'm not doing any drift, so I'm not going to be able to do the gauntlet. Because there's no way I'm going to finish drift no matter what the difficulty level is. Because I can't drift and I have no interest in learning how to drift because I hate drifting. I think it's stupid. Whoa, okay, there was somebody spun out. I try to be a purist and not turn on rewinds, but the aggression is so hard that I had to turn on rewinds eventually. But now that I turned on the rewind, it's like, oh, if I do something that's my mistake that has nothing to do with their aggression, yeah, I'm just like that. Whoa, I do not know this track. These cars are very fast. Very fast. What is this? Is this specials? Special. We'll be tuning next time. Hopefully that's not as crazy. These are like hypercars that got into so far. And this is clearly not a street car, not a touring car. They had some touring cars though that were like clearly not touring cars, that were not street legal touring cars. Touring cars are supposed to be like street legal cars, right? Well, what we call in the U.S. street legal, modified in such a way you could actually drive it on a public road. An open public road, not it's a public road with closed traffic right now. I would assume. I don't want to see a bicyclist out here in a bicycle lane while I'm driving down at 200 miles an hour or whatever. Beep beep. Sorry, buddy. These things not. Watched the video a while back now. Drew Carey's first appearance on The Tonight Show. And one thing I will warn you about right away, it was many decades ago, and you're not going to get most of the jokes unless you're, a boomer like me. And also be careful watching old shows too, because some of the humor is really dated and really offensive to many groups of people. we have grown in our social awareness in America and other countries too. At least most of us have. Not everyone has, that's for sure. Am I almost done yet? What position am I in? I'm too afraid to even glance up and see what place I'm in. Because I'm having a hard time keeping this. Oh, I'm in fourth. Okay. And this is my last lap. I got to finish in second. I might be going right to easy after this. And I did this on medium. And what was I just saying? I could always do time attacks in first. Because I don't have to worry about other people's aggression. Yeah. Maybe I just play the rest of this out on easy. Figuring out what my next game is going to be, my next racing game. Feel free to make a suggestion. It's going to have to be a game that's playable on Xbox, preferably Xbox One. On Xbox One X. I do have an Xbox Series S. It's more of a collector's item. I don't have a Series X yet. But I've got a few racing games. I got one in mind. But sure, any other suggestions are welcome. Don't necessarily expect me to follow any suggestion I get. But I don't mind for when you ask for suggestions, some people get mad if you don't take their suggestion. Dude, it's a suggestion, it is my decision, but I appreciate, just because I don't take your suggestion doesn't mean I don't appreciate having you give me a suggestion. Oh, but this game is really so much, you should have picked this game. I told you how much better it was. Okay, but, I have my reasons for not picking that game, and it didn't look like it fit into my, my thing, and I tried it and it was too hard for me or something, Oh, but it's a better game. You should have suggested it. Don't even bother to explain why I didn't. Well, because somebody else gave me a better suggestion and I like them more than you. So you can just go away. Unsubscribe. You didn't take my suggestion. Unsubscribing. Yeah, that would be the comment. I did not finish second. I am moving this down to easy. And that was a medium, which is making me really worried about all this. Yes, I know. I got a big X there. I did get some mileage, but not enough to get me to the third upgrades. Of course not. Well, I will get enough to the third upgrades, since I have to redo the race anyway. There's also bugs in the stats, the overall stats. It never shows you at 100%, even if you make it to 100%. I can't remember what it's under, but there's like, is it off of home? I think it's off of home. Progression here. You say progression. Yeah. Track day, discipline level, pro. Okay, semi-pro. I did all the semi-pro. Open wheel discipline level. I did that, but it's only showing me not enough XP. It's showing me a couple of pros here. Touring car discipline level. Yeah, I don't understand. But that, okay, discipline level is weird, but touring car career events completed. Career events completed. 36 out of 40. Okay, maybe that's true, because if it's not pro, if it's all... I don't know. I have heard people say that you can never get these to 100. Okay. Go back to the career. I can do the options in there. Go back to pro. Go back to special. Go back down to my last race. Doesn't remember what you did. Now I can say select. And again select. I still have the upgrades I want. I'll just switch it back. Switch it to easy. Because this is try hard racing after all. He does the best he can with what he's got. Trademark. If you look at all my about pages, I do have that phrase. A declared trademark, not a registered trademark. There's a history behind that phrase. I lived with a woman who, old girlfriend of mine, had a cat who wasn't too bright, and she used to say, the cat's name was Buddy. She used to say, oh, but he does the best he can with what he's got. He's not too bright. He's not too bright, but he does the best he can. And then with my input, he does the best he can. I said, yeah, with what he's got. So then that became the phrase. He does the best he can with what he's got. But he didn't play video games, so he never trademarked this phrase. So I play video games. I can trademark it in that realm. All right, gameplay, difficulty, AI difficulty, easy, fly, restart the race. I need second. I have a bad feeling about this. I couldn't get sixth on medium in a time trial. Very, very fast cars, hard to control, and it's raining. Very fast. The fastest cars I've driven now, for sure. Got 3 laps, so I don't have to get the fastest time on the first lap. AI difficulty is easy as usually. You see, I'm fast. Oh no! Did somebody hit me or I just spin out? I don't know, but I gotta restart. I got a flashback. No! Not resume! No, what? What? Why isn't it flashbacking again? No, what? Flashback. Flashback. Now I'm too far away. It's gonna flash back all the way and I'm still gonna be wrecked. Okay. There's no countdown either, it just immediately dumps you into the race at full speed. I love one of the things Dirt Rally 2 does, which is another game I play, increased content for. If you pause the game, or whatever, I don't have flashbacks, but if you pause the game, for whatever reason, when you exit out of the menu, or pause menu, there's a 3-second countdown before you get started, so that you can adjust yourself to having exited the menu. Now you can, okay, I exited the menu. I don't have to quickly get my fingers on the right buttons because the exit menu button isn't the same button. Whoa! Now I'm gonna, I bet I don't have any more rewinds. It's only the first lap. 8th place right now. Not looking good. Couple more laps to go. No. Oh, this is never. I'm not going to do this. On the easiest mode, I'm not going to do this. What am I going to do? How am I going to fix this? Get more upgrades. I may have hit my Waterloo here. I can't handle these vehicles in the rain. And don't tell me just get good, because I'm an old man. I've never been good. I'm not going to get good. I've never been good at getting good. Okay, now I'm in first. After one lap, I'm in first. I feel better now. I've been playing video games since there were such things. Always loved video games since, video games first came to the bowling alleys and pinball arcades. And Pong and Space Invaders and Pac-Man, whatever. One of my favorites was Moonlander. I got the first video game console was an Odyssey. Oh! Fortunately, I got through there without much. Definitely an arcade game. It's ridiculously difficult. As I say, yeah, my first gaming console was an Odyssey 2, Magnavox Odyssey 2, which is the upgraded version of basically Pong. Magnavox actually created Pong. Atari stole it and got sued. Magnavox won the suit. So they had this little home console that you could play in. But Odyssey 2 let you play like with 2 people or something. You didn't have to play against the AI, which was terrible, of course. It changed the difficulty levels, and actually there were 3 games then you could play, not just the standard Pong, but you could play with what they called hockey and what they called squash. Which squash, there was just a wall in the back, so both players were on one side of the court and the ball would bounce to the back wall and then come back. And hockey had little goals that you had to go through, not just get past the other guy. And you had two players you control, a forward and a goalie. Oh, it was fun as heck. I really loved that game. Anyway, so yes, that was only the second video game ever created, way early dated, the home video ever created. The Odyssey 1 was the first one. And, came out way before the Atari. Of course, I got the Atari 2600, which back then was not called the 2600, it was just called Atari Video Game System, because they didn't have any other models. So yes, I've been playing video games since there were such things, both in the arcade and at home. My first driving game was a driving game on the Atari 2600. Night Driver. Look that up. Great game. Great game with Atari 2600 graphics. Game with a special... Oh no, that one didn't come with a special driving controller. That one you just use a regular paddle controller for, because you can only go back and forth. It was like first-person perspective. Or third-person perspective. It's hard to tell which it was, because the graphics may have been the entire car you were looking at, or may have just been your hood you were looking at. It was hard to tell. Yay! First place. Oh, please don't tell me this is a multi-race event. I didn't even look. No, it isn't. So yes, I've been playing video games for a long time, and I'm not going to get any better at them. I was better when I was younger, at least at the ones I played, but, you know, when I was younger and could actually learn and develop my skills, they were nowhere near the video games that are out now. They were video games from 40 years ago or more. 50 years ago. I think Pong is over 50 years. So, yeah. I hit my prime 40 some years ago as far as being able to learn video games. More than that. I finished first. People try to teach me, it's like, oh, you do this, you know, strive to get better. It's like, no, I'm done striving. I'm an old retired guy. Striving is not in my vocabulary. I've given up on all of my future goals. Don't. When you get to be my age, you'll understand. If you have nothing left to strive for, and it's kind of nice. Okay, 41 minutes. Let me see what the next race is, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to do it. Specials. I need to get all the upgrades. Fully upgraded Group 7 specials. Now I should have the mileage for the upgrades. What's the, it's only one round. It's only one round. It's these vehicles. Sure. Let's select it. Let's do the upgrades. Let's get the rest of the upgrades. And I'm just going to do it in easy. I'm not even going to attempt it in anything else, because even medium was... Oh, hello, if it's not raining, easy might be too easy. I'll attempt it in medium for one time. I don't want to make it too easy on myself. Okay. Don't hit back, because that will take you out of the race. Let's say show hide. Let's say select unit. Clean and respray. And select. And I'll try it once on medium, because I'm brave. There's no way I'm winning this race on hard with these vehicles. Continue. Options, gameplay, difficulty, medium, apply, restart race. It's faster to do this than to actually go change the difficulty and options menu. It takes you forever to get back. And reloading the race takes no time at all, because it's already... Restarting the race takes no time, it's already loaded. Okay, skip all that. Ready to go. Fingers on the button. This last weekend I was streaming. It was the first weekend that... To give you an idea of what time I'm doing, this was the first, Oh, I do not know this course at all. I do not know this course at all. No, wrong button. Ah, wrong button. What button do I have to hit to do that? Restart. Yes. Might as well just restart. These cars are too fast for me. If that happens again, I'm turning it down to medium before we try it. I'll turn it on to easy. I do not know the course. And I'm not committed to this game enough to play it offline. Actually, I can't play it offline when I'm not streaming because it messes up your stats. It's not like there's a separate save file. And I couldn't even practice this course because it messes up your stats. You see, if I practice it off, you know, if I do a practice race, it counts towards your mileage. Well, it also counts towards your money and everything else. So it it affects your career by doing a custom race, which is kind of weird if it's supposed to be a career playthrough. I'm not beating these cars on medium. Don't know the course. I don't have time to learn the course. I don't really want to take the time to learn the course. Got other things to do with my life. I love video games. I will say now they give me a time penalty after all the wiggling off the road I've done. In third place. It's the final race, so I know I have to win it. Alright. Options, gameplay, difficulty, easy, restart. I have a bad feeling the vehicles are just going to get harder and harder. And I'm going to not be able to get through everything. I will lower my expectations and assume that I will not. I can still play all the races, but I won't get the he hit me. I can still play all the races, but I won't finish them all, right? I won't achieve the objectives for them all. But I don't think the game is locked out if you don't meet the objectives. I think you can, as long as you got the mileage and you've done a race, you're eligible for another race, or maybe that's not true. Maybe you actually have to meet the objective to do another race. You have to meet the objectives to do the next race, and I can't meet the objectives after a reasonable number of tries. Well, then the series is going to end right there. Sorry. I'm not going to waste your time or mine doing a race 200, 300 times in a vain attempt to try to get better at the game. Last racing game I played, TTL Man 3, it was impossible, absolutely impossible. They raised the difficulty level from TTL Man 2, which I loved, which is why I got 3. They got new developers, and they raised the difficulty level to such a degree, I see that I'm in first place now, and it's actually probably a little too easy. I'm a little bit more used to the car and the course. But they raised the difficulty level to a degree that even on the easiest possible difficulty level, which they said the difficulty levels up to 100, but they didn't go from 0 to 100 or 1 to 100. They went from 30 to 100. Anyway. I couldn't, there was no way I was gonna come in anything but last place. That was my only option. But at least you could continue the career. You can never get in the final race, but you could continue the seasons. So I do have 10 seasons of TTL Man 3 on my YouTube channel. And it's just all sadness because I finished last in every race. So I sit there for an entire you know, an entire video game playthrough series where I finish last every time, and I can't do any of the specials. But you know, I said, okay, I'm gonna do this for YouTube. I'm gonna do this for Twitch. I'm gonna stream it and export it to YouTube. And I did. I committed myself to 10 what they call seasons because there's 5 upgrade levels and 2 different bikes. So I went from the lowest upgrade level to the highest upgrade level for each of the 2 seasons. So I did 10 seasons. And I didn't come close to qualifying for the last race in any of the seasons. Detail Man 2, you could skip around. There was a calendar, certain races you could skip around, and in general, it was much easier. I mean, I played that game for hours and hours and hours. I love that game. So I thought Detail Man 3 was going to be another good game. It turns out ridiculously hard. And I asked other people, and they said, "Oh, I love that game. That's a great game. It's so much nicer than Detail Man 2." I said, "How can you?" I said, "Oh, did you by any chance do the career mode?" "Oh no, I only do time trials." "So you don't race against the AI at all?" "No, I never race against the AI. I just do time trials." "Oh, okay. So, your experience is different than mine. I'm gonna end up not winning this race because, okay, I'm gonna blow it in the last lap here." No, rewind. If you hit it twice, it stops the rewind. It resumes. And it doesn't register sometimes the first time you hit it. So you end up hitting it twice a lot. Video games are my favorite genre of racing games are my favorite genre of video games. But I have a bad feeling that they cannot be my favorite genre anymore, because as video games go, they get harder and harder and harder. In part because the demographic that the video games are meant for, the age demographic, have been playing, are at their prime, right, in reflexes and hand-eye coordination, and grew up from the cradle playing video games, and so the video games in general just get harder and harder and harder because the skill of the video game players on average get harder and get stronger and stronger and stronger. And so at some point I'm going to be reduced to only being able to play video games that are, as if I'm not reduced to that already, only be able to play video games that are like, you know, match 3 quote unquote casual video games, you know, word games or pseudo-proof. Well, pseudo-proof's too hard for me anyway. I'll play Bejeweled or whatever. I'll be reduced to playing. Back to playing card games. And I don't mean like modern card games. I mean card games. Card games using a deck of one or more decks of regular playing cards. Not like special cards. Whatever those things are called. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember a single name of a famous card game. It's like a fantasy game. I used to play Catan. I got really tired of that game. Like Settlers of Catan. I mean, I was really into it. I even bought the card game versions of Settlers of Catan. Or card game. I don't think they have it. I bought like all the expansions, and I haven't been checking the chat a lot. And bought extra deluxe wooden counters for it and everything. I was so into it. And there was a magazine that published like other rule sets, and I made graphics and printed them out on a nice color laser printer and onto sticky adhesive paper, and then stuck them on top of cardboard that was about the right thickness, and poster board stuff, and then whatever it was, thicker cardboard, and then printed them out and sprayed them down with some glossy spray. And so in other words, I made an entire set of alternate things so I could play this version that was published in the magazine. I mean, the newsletter. That's how much, online newsletter. That's how much I was dedicated to the game, and I dedicated myself too much, and finally just got so burned out I can't even bear the thought of playing it anymore. But I'm going to go back to Settlers of Catan if video games get too difficult for me. It's going to be a sad day. What? I didn't finish first? What happened? I was in first. Did all my time penalties add up? Oh, for goodness sakes. Well, I got to end the stream. I'll give it one more shot. That'll be my third attempt. Although I aborted. The time penalties are just added up too much. Okay. Time penalty 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Final position 8th. Without the penalties, would I have finished? Yes. 2:18.05. They gave me 2 seconds. The winner was 2:19.050. So I would have been... Wait, what? Oh, okay, my time was 2:18, but with the 2 seconds, it was 2:20. So I would have easily won by 1 second. Just under a second. Oh, so sad. All right, I will try this again. I'll try to handle the vehicle better. On easy. Not playing this vehicle anymore. That's not on easy. I may finish out the entire playthrough on easy. So sad about that. All right, folks. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. I'm going to be taking a break here. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next episode will be out the next weekday. The next weekend at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time, which is noon. No, 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time is midnight in UK, and 0600 the noon the next day in New Zealand. Just look it up. I'm tired. All right, Twitch, stick around. YouTube, next episode. Either way, thank you much for watching, and I'll see you next time.